This year, in order to equip our teachers and students with the digital tools and equipment necessary to amplify teaching and learning, we purchased 3 sets of 32 Chromebooks for use in grades 3 through 5 at Bell River. Through job-embedded professional development and educator collaboration, our teachers became both passionate about and skilled in using Chromebooks, Google applications, and Google Classroom to deliver and manage instruction. Their skills and enthusiasm were passed on to our students. Google Classroom is a platform in which students can work in a classroom environment online, and each teacher can make a classroom that includes all of their students. Assignments can be delivered, students can get feedback on their work. They can also have resources assigned to them in Google Classroom. It allows them to set goals for their learning, to work at their own pace, to manage their own learning, and also to address their progress while receiving feedback from the teacher.
When we first got our Chromebooks, it was the beginning of the year, so it was a nice transition to start out the school year with them.
By using the Google platform, students have access to Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, and this type of technology really helps prepare them not only for middle school and high school, but also for the workforce as well. Another great thing about Google Classroom is that not only parents and students and teachers, we all have access to these documents no matter where you are. With the click of a button, as long as you have internet access, you have access to what we're working on here at school, which is great if you have to continue working on something at home or if you're just a curious parent.
They're definitely really engaged. I love that they can come home and their assignments are right there in Google Classroom. They may be writing a paper, and instead of bringing papers home that they may potentially lose along the way, they have it all there right on the computer. So I think it's just the continuity going from school to home and back, and that they can submit their assignments at home too, and then their teachers can look at them at any time. So I think that really makes it easier for everyone.
It's helped me at home because if you don't get it done at school, you can always just go home and do it on your device.
Well, I think once you have technology, the world is there. You can get everything from that. So we can research. Right now we're doing our lighthouse projects, and so the kids have to research their lighthouse, their body of water, the state that they are. They can find pictures. They can go to Google Earth and actually see how the lighthouse sits near the body of water or sometimes in the body of water. So just all the resources that we have. We've even used it for word study on word hunt, so words that end in a certain way that they can go out and search those, and we're learning how to refine our searches. We're understanding what websites are more trustworthy than other that are not as trustworthy, and so just being able to manipulate and find information like that, which that's a lifelong skill for everything that we do, is finding how to do something, and so they're able to do that. Differentiating instruction comes with using different websites. MobyMax is differentiated within each student logs on, and they do work at their own level. We go also to multiplication.com, so the kids take the multiplication tests that are at their level. They're able to go on to Think Central, which is our math program that they use the Mega Math games, that they can do the ones that they need the work on. And so we also have Word Study. With Word Study, we have 5 groups. And that is very easy to manage because with Google and the Google Classroom, they know their assignments and they can do them at their level with the things that they need.
Through the use of Google Classroom, my daughter has been so excited to come home and tell me and show me all the technology she's been working with and have access to. I love her excitement and her enthusiasm for using this technology.
I love that I can provide my students with immediate feedback and private feedback. It's really important, especially in a writer's workshop when you want to keep the environment silent and concentrated. I can be at my desk and I can be looking at all of the other students' writing pieces. I can be leaving them feedback and suggestions. And the great thing is it's documented. So I can use that as a formative assessment tool as well. I can look back and say, hey, I noticed a lot of students are struggling in this area. I posted the same comment 16 times or whatever it might be, and use that to guide my future instruction.
They allowed us to have direct messaging with our teachers, and we could use partners, like we could share it with our partners and we could both access it at the exact same time. And it really helped because you could just type and as long as you needed to. And it automatically saves for you, which was really nice.
One of the most important pieces of Google Classroom is that I have the ability to restore any lost information, which is a big problem with students in the past who we've used jump drives or saving files to the hard drive. A lot of times those documents somehow get lost, and so with Google Classroom we're able to retrieve any any revision ever made, which makes it good for me as a teacher because I can see if your child's at home working on their assignment at 8:30 at night, or if they've only been working for 5 minutes in the classroom. So it's a good way for us to monitor work ethic in the classroom as well.
A Chromebook, you cannot forget your homework, and then if you do forget it, well, it's always on there, so you can't really forget it.
I have a Chromebook at home, so I can go on the Chromebook and go onto Google Classroom and get to all of my websites.
As a matter of fact, I'm kind of excited because I just last night, working with a gentleman in the education department, I am loading the Michigan Social Studies textbook for 3rd grade onto the Chromebook and then using an application called Cami that I'm downloading. And students now are going to have an interactive social studies book where they're going to be able to type, underline, highlight, delete, add. It's going to be great. There's links to videos. It's going to make social studies so much more interesting than just a dry textbook.
Well, the Chromebooks make it more accessible because you have the Chromebooks right out the hall when you need them. You don't have to go down to the library and log in. And then Google Classroom, it's all right there. You don't have to carry around a bunch of papers or books just to get to your classes. Well, on paper, it's kind of harder for me to learn because I'm not as neat of a writer. But on Chromebooks, when you type it, it's very easy to read, and it helps you when you're typing.
I think it gets the kids excited about learning, and that's not a bad thing either. So I think it's really a win-win. And like I said, the way the world is going, technology is super important. If kids don't have these skills, what are they going to do out in the world? So no matter what job you have these days, you need at least basic computer skills. So for them to start so young, I think is really crucial.
Another way I utilize Chromebooks is in math. We really use it to promote fact fluency in both multiplication and division. We use Extra Math Online, which is a program that is game-oriented and it gets the kids to really speed up their fluency with their basic facts. Another website we use is multiplication.com, and that one's used for a more formal assessment. It's a timed test where students get immediate feedback. So they immediately have the results, and as do I.
I love the Chromebooks, and I find every way to interact with them, to involve them into them, and the excitement I hope to pass on to the kids as far as in telling them that I am learning just like they are, and the parents are learning along with us, and just to open up the doors to all the possibilities with them, because it just is limitless with the things that we can do with the Chromebooks. So I hope my goal is to have one-to-one. That every student has their Chromebook all day. And then if it would be possible, to be able to take it home with them at nighttime, because that would be my ultimate dream, to have that.
We as educators believe that it is our obligation to prepare students for a rapidly changing world in which technology changes every moment. And in order to be employable or to pursue further education, students need to have the skills that we're developing using Chromebooks in order to be productive in their future careers in not only college, but future employment. Using Chromebooks at the elementary level prepares our students for moving into middle school and high school, because our high school and middle school teachers are also using Google Classroom to deliver instruction. So our students are leaving 5th grade with those skills already in place.